Hey everyone, it's Kit Kat. So I have some incredible news. Sorry if I didn't do any vlogs for a while. I don't remember. My days are uh, mu- mushed up together. Yeah, I had a date on Friday, so I'm still on that contact high. So, yeah, buckle up. I'll tell you. Uh, yeah, the date that I was on, it was I want to say 11 years in the making. Like, let's just say this dude is not new to my life. Um, I, yeah, there's no fronting, no hype, no pretense, no nothing. Like, we've been talking, he's been a consistent person in my life. And the past, I want to say the past month or two, we have been getting even more close to each other. We started talking. Shut up. Damn. We've been talking. This dude and I have been talking a lot more than we had in the past. And, you know, when you look at when you think about your past relationships and, or your that one person that you put in the friend zone and you're like, why is he in the friend zone? And then it dawned on me that you didn't want to like rock the boat and whatnot. So, yeah, that was us. We didn't want to rock the boat. Like, were there close calls that, one or shut up? One or both of us wanted to kiss each other? Yes, a lot. Mind you, we have been friends for 11 years. And the last dude that I went on a date with, um, I think he got jealous because I talked about um, my favorite person. Like, anybody who is around me will know about this guy. Like, um, I can't really not say his name. I just won't let him see this video. I'll put it private. So anyway, um, yeah, his name is Paul. Like, I think because I'm so proud of having a relationship that exceeded like a couple of years, like that 11 years is a long time to wait for a person, and I felt really bad like when we started talking again. I was like, I'm really ashamed to have you wait so long. And he's like, you are worth the wait, you know. um I thought he was like all the other guys who just wanted to come in, take what they wanted and leave. And so that was my initial reaction. And I didn't put much thought into it. We started talking a lot more recently. He told me his feelings. I kind of chewed on it, laid on it, slept on it for a little bit, and realized that I did have genuine feelings for this guy. Now, mind you, he did leave to go to Missouri for a couple of months, to pursue other things and possibly other people, but they didn't pan out because he missed his actual friends like me, his family, and all of that stuff. He came back and we started talking. Um, Both of us realized that we wanted to, somewhat give it a try. I was like, if you want me, you need to date me first. Let's go out on a date. Let's do this. Let's just hang out. Um, and whatnot. He's like, well, yeah, we can hang out. We usually have fun anyway. So for the past like week, we have been planning this. I would say for the past week and a half, we've been planning on going out on one date. And so, and something is good when when everything that could go wrong does go wrong in the planning of all of this. Either somebody didn't want everybody and their grandma was trying to butt in, not on my end, but on his end. Um, people that either didn't like him would come up to me saying, "Well, why do you want to date him?" Or people who didn't like me would, rush to his aid saying, "Oh, she's, why her? Why this?" And so, yeah, we had to, once we got through all of that bullshit, we were able to plan our date, uh, which was Friday. Yeah. So I told him Friday, um, I had to work Friday. Now, Friday was a clusterfuck of a day because we are in the process of getting inspected here, and yeah, we were in the process of um, getting all nice and clean in the store because we are getting inspected. So um, the inspector came to pre-inspect everything on Thursday. So this is why I'm here early this morning so I can wipe down everything. Um, but yeah, Friday was the date, and it almost didn't happen. Like our date almost did not happen because he uh Friday morning, actually Thursday night into Friday morning, his mom um, had to be rushed to the hospital because they thought that she had a heart attack, like a massive heart attack. So he messaged me. He woke me up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, saying that he might not be making it. Um, and I was like, "Oh, okay, like okay." Uh, and I told him, "I'm a very understanding person. This is something that you can't control. Find out what is going on with your mom, and I will be here. Um, I have to focus on work anyway, and all of that stuff." So once he told me that he didn't think that he was going to make it, um, he's like, "Well, what if I do? What if I am ready to make, come up?" I was like, "If you can, you can. It would be a nice surprise to see you and all of that stuff." That was the case. I go off, I get off the phone with him, I go to work super duper early, like I am today, get all of my stuff done. Like, I got everything set up, and, um, you know, knocking out stuff that I needed to do on Friday, and getting stuff ready for inspection and all of that stuff. Halfway through the morning, I get my phone blows up. And of course, I'm busy as all get out because I'm rushing everywhere, getting stuff done, and my phone blows up. So I finally take a few minutes to check my messages, and here he's like, "Surprise, I'm coming up," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," um, and whatnot. So, yeah, found out that he was, everything was fine. His mom was fine. She's uh she's back home on bed rest and all of that stuff. Has to take it easy, all of that stuff. So, unbeknownst to me, like, I didn't read the messages right away. I didn't know that he was coming up right off the bat because I was busy. So, um, I had like a 10-15 minute lunch break. Um, Actually, it was a 5 minute break. I was like, I need to rest. Um, and I checked my messages, and my phone was, like I said, my phone was blown up. I didn't even know. And Like, he gave me like 4 or 5 different messages saying you know, it was a close call. I'm coming up. I'll probably meet you uh, when you get off of work and stuff like that. So I was, once I read that, I was so excited. So, um, so I found out that, he was coming up. Go back to what I was doing. Now, mind you, Thursday and Friday were like totally hectic for me. Thursday was a shit show to begin with because anything that went wrong could go wrong. Like, my ankle popped out of place as I was coming into work, so I was hurting. Like, my body hated me on Thursday. But so by Friday, I was like, are we done yet? Because I knew Saturday was my day off. I was like, when I got home on Thursday, I was like, Sissy, I don't know if I can make it. So my sister was like, you have until Friday, you have Saturday off, which technically I didn't. Like, yeah. So Friday afternoon comes around. I finally get off of work. I'm able to text him, try to figure out where he's at. And the little stinker, the little twerp, uh, at first he was going to lie to me and saying, oh, I'm like an hour away. I get a text message saying, um, I'm almost there. I'm like 15 minutes out. I was like, really? So, yeah. So I get off of work. I go to the gas station that is just down that way. And yeah, I get something to drink. And by the time I get out of the store, he shows up. So, yeah. But he ended up showing up. I was able to give him a hug. Uh, yeah. We went to dinner. Yeah. I had to go. Yeah, the thing is that I had to go home first, change clothes because you don't really want to go on a date with somebody in full uniform. And I know some people think that it's sexy to be smelling like a whole a sub sandwich, but not me. That was gross. So I went. Yeah, I told him, I love you. I love this moment, but can I change clothes now? Like, I went home. I think I got dressed super duper fast. I think that's the fastest that I had ever gotten dressed. Um and whatnot. And yeah, his car broke down halfway. Uh yeah. Something happened to his car, so he had to have a ride. Um yeah. So he literally waited for me for like the extra 5 minutes of changing clothes and whatnot. So we have dinner. By this time it was like 4:30. It was like around 5 o'clock by the time I got ready and out the door with him. So uh we went we tried to figure out where we wanted to go for dinner, and of course, since he was in town, if it was any other dude, I wouldn't have done it. But we literally checked into a hotel because I didn't want to, drink and drive. I wasn't all about that. Yeah, so we just spent the night together, uh and stuff like that. Like, if it was any other person, I wouldn't have been at a hotel with him. But, we've known each other for like 10 years, 11 years. After 11 years of, being friends, you know, I would rather spend my night with him than anything else. We hung out, we watched movies, We talked. We were just together, and it was just nice to do couple things, hold hands, kiss, all of that stuff. So, needless to say, my Friday night was lit. My Friday night was the best. So, um, and yeah, yesterday we went out to breakfast, ate breakfast, had a cup of coffee. It was like the best date ever. Like, um, yeah, I, he he basically he's like, if you were to ever talk about our date, just say that it was the long awaited date of the century, because seriously it was, and when we actually first kissed, we looked at each other and I was like, yeah, I really like this. Yeah. It was funny because when we first kissed each other, we kind of looked at each other and he's like, "You okay?" And I was like, "I'm sorry I took too long." That was like the first reaction that I said to him. I'm like, "I'm sorry I took too long." So, yeah. But it was, yeah, the date was awesome. It was chaotic in order to get to the date. But once we were like together and we realized that, this is what we wanted to do, like it was cool. It was awesome. Like I got to have breakfast with somebody. I didn't have to pay nothing. He was a gentleman. Like he wouldn't let me open any doors by myself. Everywhere that we went to, he was very attentive. He was never degrading. If anything, we cracked jokes to each other. um, I think my favorite phrase was, "That's what he said." um, and like every time that I would say that, he would start busting out laughing. But yeah, we did everything. I showed him around Ephrata, um, and whatnot. So it was cool. So yeah, this weekend has been okay. Um, what is today? Sunday. Yesterday, yeah, yesterday he brought me back to the house, or he dropped me off at the house like around 4:30 ish. Gave the lowdown to my sister, blabbed about him to the family, and then it was short lived. I thought I was going to have a relaxing night, and then I got called into work because something happened at work. So, and I had to close the store real quick for 2 hours. But other than that, today has been really awesome. So, yeah, other than me having to come into work last night, um, yeah, Friday into Saturday was awesome. Um, a very hold on, I can't say that word. Successful. There we go. Yeah, I really liked my date. So, yeah. What, was a stressful pre-planning of the date turned out to be very chill and just what you needed. Um, and it's also awesome when the person has been your friend for, a decade. So, yeah. But other than that, I wanted to do this video because of the date itself and because of the history that this guy and I have. So, yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. Today is going to be a chill day. I have work until 2 o'clock, and then I'm going to wash clothes at the laundromat because the washer is still broken at our house. So, I'll have to do laundry when we get off of work. But other than that, I get to relax. Oh my God, do I ever get to relax? I can't wait. So, with that being said, I'm sorry about all the rambling and I'm sorry about the rant. I was just too freaking excited. But I'm going to go inside, finish enjoying my coffee, getting everything ready, and I will see you in the next video.